It's lights, camera, action. Guess what? We're here again on your screens this beautiful morning doing what we do best. And of course, we're putting our best foot forward as the start of a brand new day.
Absolutely. Now, your perspective to life really is everything. For us, every new sun that rises and that we behold is actually a gift. Welcome to the latest edition of your premium breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
So a brand new day is another chance for you to show up and give more reasons to be optimistic. And, you know, hey, when you have a solid start, personally, I prefer Tuesdays to Mondays. I have a lot more energy on Tuesdays. You know, Mondays, I'm still in like lag mode. I'm still trying to climb. But hey, it feels like the week has really gotten off to a great start.
I'm not too sure about that. For someone who was born on a Tuesday, Tuesdays are actually my worst days. Mondays are perfect for me. I don't know, really? Mike, do you agree? Which one do you go on best?
The most productive day of the week, and that is based on surveys and all of that statistically. So I'll go for Tuesday. Monday, you have that rush stuff you don't get, but Tuesday, everything seems okay. This is how it flows. I'm going to go, so I'll go for Tuesday.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think that thing you said is what lazy people say, actually. Mondays are filled with activity, that rush, that pressure. I love Mondays, but hey, Tuesdays are great too.
Well, we're going to be talking about what's happening in the kitchen later on, and we have a chef already getting set for an amazing meal to be prepared.
Absolutely.
But this is where we want to be.
It is where you want to be. Do not be selfish. Tell a friend to tell a friend that this is the breakfast show that they should be starting every single day with right here on television.
So you're encouraged to hang out with us. We're going to be making someone else's day, and especially if you tell them what's happening today on the show. We'll be telling you about that in a second. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. You want to stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Download our app. Make sure you do that on iOS or on Google Play Store and be a part of the show all 2 hours long. We
are at TVC Connect on all our social media platforms. Now we're talking TikTok. Yes, our TikTok is TikToking these days. And we have, of course, an amazing hashtag, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. That's how we get to see your messages.
Yeah, and we'll be telling you something very special, a new feature that we'll like to get you guys involved in. Now, let's tell them what we have coming up on the show today.
We will have health. We're going to be discussing the diagnosis and, of course, complications of diabetes. Now we have Dr. Diron Onifade, the CMO of Dr. Connect, a health tech company on a mission to making quality healthcare delivery possible. Now he's going to be talking to us about this topic, and it's very important that you stay close. You might have a family friend or a loved one who might need this information.
And also coming up, Femi Shufulue, a thoroughbred passionate, a youth teacher with more than a decade hands-on experience in teens and youth counseling, will be here to talk about parenting a difficult child on Parenting Today.
We have also going to be having a great conversation with Dupe Igekachi. She's a singer, songwriter, vocal coach, music director, and choir trainer. You need to stay close for that one. Oh, I love Ige's voice.
Welcome to
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Amazing. Oh, great. Yeah, Tuesday serves.
Yeah, listen, I just wanted to pick on that one again. Tuesdays are not the best days. Mondays are. Mondays are actually that day where you feel that rush, that thing that actually pushes you to do work. Tuesdays, people leave everything that they could have done on Monday and they want to do it on Tuesday and call it a productive day.
No, what happens on a Monday is you make plans. You plan to do stuff on a Monday. You have all the meetings that tell you everything that's going to happen throughout the week. And then on Tuesday, you begin to execute.
The problem is having here, there's something about communication when it's full, when you have feedback. You want something, you think this is what works, you like it, you want it to work, but that is not what people, you have to understand that you are not majority. Majority agree.
In any case,
majority will agree.
Tell you guys what, there's plenty of focus inside of the kitchen this morning because it is a fantastic kitchen experience that we are preparing for you. However, it doesn't end here on the show today because we are giving one person, the opportunity to be a part of the show through our kitchen experience this week. Come Friday. So you want to tell them about the taster of the week.
Okay, you've already let the cat out of the bag.
I had to do it in my promo.
So whoever you are, it could be you. You could be our taster of the week. Honestly, all these amazing meals, we've often had the opportunity to taste these great meals that our amazing chefs put together. But next time, it could be you. So you need to make sure that you reach out to us on social media and use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tell us why you want to be our taster of the week. We'll be bringing you into the studio and you'll be hanging out with us and you'll get to taste the food.
Yeah. So
We're going to have a brand new one every week.
All you need to do is just tell us which part of the kitchen experience you find very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot, do anything, make it an experience or text, but use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, send it in. We get to pick you and then bring you in to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Mike, you're spreading the word as well. All the ladies that come over to your place to come cook for you.
I wanted to do something nice now, but this guy just spoiled it.
Why?
Sorry, man. You don't watch our food. You don't watch wake up. You don't watch the kitchen. You want chop the food. You don't talk say, which time go take this food? Your time don't come. Your time don't come. How they catch you? Just come. Wake up, Nigeria. Wake up, Nigeria. Grab your copy.
Nah.
Welcome back. It's a Tuesday morning. Almost said Monday there because of my penchant for Mondays. In any case, welcome. This is the news. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now, in Anambra State, some political parties say they are satisfied with the suspension of the collation of results of the state governorship election that decision was taken by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, the party agents made their position known at the INEC headquarters in Oka, where a date for the supplementary poll was announced. Uche Okoro reports.
Come back with beavers.
One by one, collation and electoral officers presented results from their local government areas.
Party A, 2-2.
There was little opposition from political party agents as the figures were called out until it was the turn of officials from Orumba North.
I signed this document under duress. I don't believe in it. It's not my will. Somebody who lost this election hired him to destroy this result so that we go for a repeat.
With the atmosphere now tense, the presiding officers proceeded on another break to decide the fate of the election result from Orumba North local government. Eventually, the state collation officers certified the result after the discovery of irregularities in 3 out of 15 registration areas. After 14 hours and results from 20 local government areas submitted, collation was still far from over. The exercise was suspended and a date fixed for supplementary election in Ihiala local government area where voting did not take place on the 6th of November.
I have conferred with the Commission, being the body responsible for fixing the date of the election, and the Commission has decided that the supplementary election will take place on Tuesday, 9th November 2021. Therefore, the collation of results shall resume thereafter.
For political party agents, INEC took that decision in the interest of democracy.
The election will be decided in Ihiala, and we now have 21 local government areas covered. The winner will still be the party that has won 18 local governments. So we patiently wait to get the exercise concluded.
The collation exercise for now has come to an end. It has come to a stop. It's not an end. It has come to a stop because we have outstanding areas that need to be looked at. One in particular is here at the local government where there was no election before.
Ahead of the supplementary election, the task before the electoral umpire is to improve on the performance of its biometric voter accreditation system to avoid delays in the voting process. Uche Okoro, TVC News.
Now in Borno State, the Niger troops have foiled an attempt by the Islamic State of West Africa province to attack a military convoy and seize a consignment meant for the ongoing counterinsurgency operations. The troops also killed terrorists in another attempt to abduct travelers. This attack took place along Damaturu-Maiduguri Road. TVC News gathered that the intelligence services had alerted troops on the plan by terrorists to stage the attack. After intercepting their communication, a top military source confirmed that the convoy was heavily protected and reached its destination safely. According to the source, during the process of repelling the attack, one of the armored military tanks fell into a ditch and caught fire from mechanical faults. Outside Nigeria now, Sudanese security forces have fired tear gas at protesters who were taking part in pro-democracy demonstrations in the capital, Khartoum. Teachers taking part in one protest were detained by the security forces. Overnight, demonstrators set up barricades for the first of 2 days of planned civil disobedience to protest against last month's coup. They are demanding the military government step back and allow a peaceful transition to civilian rule. The demonstrations are happening as Arab League mediators arrive in Khartoum for talks to try to defuse the crisis. The civilian Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok remained under house arrest as is facing pressures from the military to cooperate with them. The BBC's Andrew Harding reports from the capital. Last month, the coup leader, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, dissolved the civilian arm of the government's power-sharing agreement, arrested civilian leaders, and declared a state of emergency. And that's it for the news this morning.
Hello and good morning. It's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. And we begin with The Punch. Today's Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. It says governors attack Malami over $418 million consultants fee, say AGF lied. Haste suggests a special relationship between AGF office and consultants, according to NGF. State resources needed for critical development should not be frittered away. Right at the top of the page here, it says Lagos tops as state's half-year IGR reaches 849.12 billion naira. Page 19 has more on that. Meanwhile, cooking gas price jumps by 240%. Marketers halt imports. 2.3 billion naira theft. EFCC customs clash on custody as Maina bags 61-year imprisonment. Right beside the masthead there, it says APC PDP bank on runoff. OB party alleged vote buying and others. And also on mobile banking, MTN Airtel market cap gains 637.12 billion naira as CBN approval looms. And that's what we have on the cover of The Punch. We have News Direct here, and it says $415 million Paris Club. Governor Slam Malami says AGF working against Nigeria's interests. Right at the top on cybercrime, NCC reports new malware, Abstract Emu, attacking Android devices. Fidelity Bank MD tasks employees on ethics and integrity. Kyari has transformed NNPC, say the PPRAC. And what else do we have here? Right at the bottom here, it says National Treasury Workshop, OAGF, to discuss COVID-19 impact on global economy and national treasury. It also does talk on the rising cost of cooking gas. NALPGAM charges Silva for urgent intervention. And that's what we have on the cover of News Direct. All right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yep. Of course. Tuesday morning, the most productive day of the week, and the most productive discussion of the week is being done.
We're still on this matter, yeah?
No, we're not. No, he doesn't let matters go. You know he went on.
I know.
He never lets matters. When we got to we're like, this guy, we have to find a way to get him down.
It's not a bad thing, is it?
Okay, so
He's persistent.
I said something last night, you know, Fast F10 is expected to be the
not
finale.
again. Please save us all.
Yeah.
The Fast 10.
So, but we're expecting it to be F11 because there was a plan that there are going to be 2 more movies.
Oh.
But it's looking like F10 is going to be the finale.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel put up a post on Instagram reaching out to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
I saw that, actually.
And it was quite interesting. And he said, look, hey, come on. He insinuated that he made a promise to Paul Walker.
Oh, wow.
So there's an emotional undertone there.
Yeah.
Remember, he walked Paul Walker's daughter to the altar for the wedding, and it's all about there's something the family and F10 and the Fast and Furious series is they're synonymous.
It's all about family.
It's all about family and all of that.
I don't have friends.
I don't have friends. But I have a lot of friends.
You know what? When I saw that, I thought to myself, first of all, oh, maybe he is a humble guy. But then again, hey,
no, it's not about.
It's all business.
Yeah,
I have to say this about this whole instance. First of all, how far are you willing to go for when it comes to like in the office, for instance, or any relationship that you might have, maybe family or professional? How far are you willing to go to make sure that your end product is met? Are you willing to put differences aside to make sure that everything is done correctly, or are you going to carry that baggage into whatever it is that you're doing? I mean, we've all had instances where that has happened. How did you manage it? Did you go the way of the bigger man and say, you know what, I'm going to let this slide just so we can achieve so and so goal?
That actually has to happen at a point. You need to actually assess your position and where the person's position is. And now, right now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the most famous humans on earth.
Yeah, he is indeed.
Right? So there's no way he was going to come and meet Vin Diesel. That wasn't going to happen. That's one. Two, in terms of business, to create hype, to create a buzz for the next movie.
Yeah, you have to latch onto stuff like that.
You have to have that kind of tension. Like the way you said before, boxing matches happen. You know, there's always this face-off. Yeah, that build-up.
Aggressive build-up.
Yeah, exactly.
With them, you know, Dwayne had already, The Rock had already had an interview. I think 2 times where he addressed it and said, look, they had differences with the way they approach production. And they are supposed to be, they are co-producers on this one. Do you understand? So they had differences with the way. And he was a bit, with the way he was talking, he was like, look, hey, I could be there. So it wasn't really so much a major issue. It was like, okay, look, with the way we want to go about this production, we have different ideas. It wasn't so much of a beef. But then, you know what happens? Whenever these things are out on
social media,
what happens is that people stoke it.
They fuel it.
And, you know, that it stoked the flames and all of that. And then what happened was that, you know, hey, he said this. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? You understand? And so it got to a point where by the time we were shooting F7, there are scenes they shot them differently. Even where scenes where they were supposed to be together, they shot them differently. So the point now is that, look, Hobbs and Shaw, that's the spin-off that he did, was not as successful as the F series as the last one. But the point is that, look, hey, you can't just write out a character that's strong as Hobbs and all of that. And really, let's put it that way. Hey, it's a finale. I don't think it's about the money. It's not about the money.
It's the emotions.
It's the emotion part that, look, hey, let's make this happen.
I will see Fast 10. I didn't see Fast 9. I don't think I'll see it because I thought it was a bit too cheesy for me. And I'm grown up now. I'm grown up now.
The promo was cheesy.
So the problem is, when people go, when you go to the cinema, what do you agree to watch?
Well, I agree with you.
It's not just like you're going to watch.
But I did.
You're going to watch Kutaya. You're expecting to see.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, let's say congratulations to mother of Nigerian comedian Gordon's. That's Godwin Nokeme. Congratulations to your mother, who got married over the weekend, past weekend. At the age of 72, he put this out yesterday. And first off, some people actually said, no, it must be a joke. I thought it was a joke initially, but then we actually reached out to Gordon's to ask and confirm whether this was true, and it is actually true. He said his mother found love again at the age of, was it 72?
74.
74.
Yes.
It's amazing. I don't know. Love is timeless, ageless.
I actually find it endearing, heartwarming. You know, there's that process in life. You know, you get married, you have your kids leave home, they have their own kids. And then a lot of people find themselves in limbo. Well, this is what I read, this is what I hear. And then eventually, if you can find love and bring yourself to commit again, why not? It's all about happiness.
74, though, I mean, did it seem a bit off? Like, I mean, at 74, why are you getting married? What's the point?
No, it's about happiness.
Devil's advocate here. Don't come at me. I'm just asking. Is there like an age limit to that kind of
There's
thing?
no age limit to love. There's no age limit to fulfillment.
But the process of getting married.
Okay, so I can understand where you're coming from. The whole process of having to legalize and sign documents and all that. It does seem, but hey, come on, it's your choice. You know, we have people who have married 5 times, 6 times, 7. I mean, seriously. So if somebody can decide to go all over, then I want to.
So there is also the religious point of view. Some people don't want to be in a certain relationship without unless it's legal, you know, especially with certain activities that happen between couples. But the issue is planning for the future, like there is a future to plan for.
Now, that kind of thing happens outside of Nigeria a lot. We hear about it, 82-year-old getting married and so on. But in Nigeria, I think this is one of the very few times that we actually are hearing about it and that it's being celebrated. It happens, but I think it's celebrated. No, those ones are a very different nomenclature, very different structure. It's often a Caucasian woman and a very young Nigerian woman.
Wow.
Very, very interesting interests.
But does that mean they're not in love?
What happens?
Excuse me, let me give you one of the most celebrated ones in Nigeria was Michael and Angela, if you remember.
What's up with those guys?
I think they got married, but his plans to go abroad are still a bit, it hasn't been achieved because he's still here in Nigeria, and while she's there, they're married. She's gone through surgery and all of that to try and look younger. She is way, way older than him, by the way. She's got daughters that are older than Michael and all of that. And for that one, I think it's business as usual because I think they were trying to milk it for all they could.
Is it?
It was business.
You think so?
If you ask me, and I'll be very straightforward about this, I think all Michael really wants is to get out of Nigeria, is to get out of this bad dream that he's had since he was a kid.
It could be love.
It is not love.
It could be love.
Please, have you seen that?
Cupid could have shot an arrow.
Have you seen the abuse that he goes through the entire show? Even if it's
when you were in love.
I'm still in love. What do you mean I was?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying married. I mean, when you got your first girlfriend, second girlfriend, can you remember the things you went through? You bought a car for someone.
Mike! I didn't buy a car for anybody. Jesus Christ.
Well,
let me correct that. She borrowed money from me to buy a car and did not return the money. I didn't buy
Did you really expect her to return that money? Did you really expect her to return that money?
Potato.
Exactly.
Potato.
Tomato. Mike, how big is your couch? Because I'm coming over to
We got you this time, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
listen, before this goes bad, we'll be right back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Hey, I've been hard at work, to see. And, of course, with me in the kitchen here is Chef Soka, who is a very big distraction today, and she came fully prepared. Soka, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here. You have to make up your mind. Yeah, if you want to be a model or a chef, we can't have both.
Okay.
But it's all good. Welcome. So I see you came fully prepared today,
yes,
and I can already tell what it is we're going to be making. I see some abacha there, some tapioca here. She came ready, guys. Don't play with this one. So tell us exactly what it is we're having.
We are going to be making abacha with akpaka sauce and fried Titus fish. And it will be garnished with utazi, garden egg, and some fried crayfish.
First of all, there's something about the way she moves. I don't know if you guys noticed her display hand. Like, were you a hand model of some sort from before or something? I don't know. Grand. What is that?
It's called ogiri.
What?
Ogiri.
Ogiri. That's what ogiri looks like?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, where I'm from, it's actually called ogba, but the most common name is ogiri.
All right. What's it made out of?
Oil bean seeds.
Oil bean seeds. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So now, this is something we can have for what? Like a snack, or I don't know, once you see fish there, it looks like a meal to me.
Well, actually, traditionally, it's not a full meal, although it is very filling.
Because I notice each time I go over to the mechanic shop, there's always that lady who's carrying a bacha.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a full meal.
Okay.
But it's very filling.
Okay, fantastic. How long will it take us to put together?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, even with the fish?
Well, that's where
I'm not a big fish fan. So fish kind of like puts me off, but if you promise that it's going to taste fantastic, I will have a try today. All right, grand. So just in case you can find the ingredients in your screen, we're going to be displaying that for you. A quick one here. I can see some oil, some help me out here.
Which one? That's
that one now, that one.
This?
Yeah.
Uwa.
Okay. Yeah, so there it is on your screens. For the abacha, you need some salt, abacha palm oil, some crayfish, utazi leaf, and also giri. Some seasoning cubes and a roasted red pepper. For the akpaka sauce, did I get that right?
Yes.
You need some salt, ncha, ehuru. This is all very indigenous stuff. Akpaka again, some crayfish, Titus fish, and dry pepper, garden eggs as well. Garden eggs. Now, I have a story about garden eggs. So recently, I discovered fruits. I'm 40 years old, and I only just discovered fruits recently because the doctor says I need to take more vitamins in, and he doesn't in the pills. So I discovered that paste thing that they make out of groundnuts and that it goes very well with garden eggs.
Osoji.
Where are you from? How come you...
I'm from Enugu State.
That's so typical. But it tastes fantastic.
Yes, it does.
I love the combination. I love the way it explodes in your mouth. A little bit of pepper and then the groundnut taste in there, and then the bitterness of the garden egg. It's nice. Eat more fruits, guys. It's healthy.
Eat more fruits.
I'm talking to myself. All right, so what do we do to get started?
Okay,
Soka?
first we have to wash the abacha.
Wait, hang on. That's abacha?
Yes.
I thought that was tapioca.
Yes, it's tapioca.
Oh, okay.
But the traditional name is abacha.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yes.
Initially, I thought it was a sponge we're going to use to wash everything when we're done.
No, it's abacha.
All
it's
right.
made from cassava.
All right, so we wash that.
Yes.
All right. Okay, you just go ahead. Let's see.
So water is boiling.
Okay,
so
hang on a second. Let's turn that on. There you go.
Okay, so I wash it with
Some
warm
hot
water.
Okay.
Yes.
Warm at least.
Yes.
Is that enough for the meal?
No, it's not.
This, we're doing more than this.
Yes, we're doing more than this.
Okay, that's just for display purposes.
Yes.
That leaf is what again?
Utazi.
That's the utazi there.
Yes, it's
All
for
right.
garnish.
All right, grand.
It's just going to be chopped and placed.
All right, so I'm going to let you start, and I'm going to let you guys just keep watching. We'll tell you how we progress each time we come back to the kitchen, but by the time you come back, we might have something already ready for you to see, and we'll tell you exactly how we got there. But not to worry, we're going to start by washing the abacha first.
Yes.
And I will be nowhere near her when she's doing the fish, because I don't do fish. We'll be right back. Let's take a break.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. It's health this Tuesday, diagnosis and complications of diabetes. That's what we're talking about. Dr. Diron Onifade is here with us to talk about that this morning. Good morning. You are welcome.
I'll just use this.
Diabetes, that's something that you probably know, everybody knows somebody or someone in the family or someone that might have complications from that and all of that.
Very true.
Yeah, so we're talking about diagnosis and complications.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so let's start with diagnosis. How can it or how is it diagnosed?
Okay, so I think last week we briefly talked about what diabetes is and we defined this. And I'm sure almost all of us know what it is. That's when
Okay, very short recap. Let's do that for maybe someone who wasn't here.
That's when there is increase in the sugar content of your blood, in a layman's word. So I try to bring it home as
when there's increase in the sugar content of blood.
Of blood, yes.
Okay.
So that's layman definition of what diabetes is. So how do you diagnose it? Of course, since it's going to be the blood, you are going to need a blood sample. And the diagnosis of diabetes has been quite effective in Nigeria. So let's focus on Nigeria now. We have 3 ways of diagnosing diabetes in Nigeria. One is the fasting blood sugar. Fasting blood sugar. One is the random blood sugar. Then there's a third one that we call the glycosylated hemoglobin, HbA1c. Don't mind the big word, I'll break it down.
I can't not mind. Of course, I'll not mind. Go ahead.
So the fasting blood sugar is just like a finger prick. Most people have this device at home that you can just use the needle to just prick your finger, then you put this tiny blood on the strip
sample,
and you check the blood level. So
the level of blood sugar.
So that can let you know either it is normal, either it is pre-diabetes or it's diabetes. So we'll be able to group and know what to do, provided we have the results.
All right, so in those 3 phases, if it's pre-diabetic, well, how do you find out and what can you do in that scenario?
If it is pre-diabetic, we can start by probably want to go to the next level to do a 2 hours postprandial. What does that mean? To check what the sugar level is going to be after eating. You know, fasting is you did not eat before we do it. So the 2 hours is eat, then after 2 hours, let's check what the sugar level is. So if we see, okay, that is your body able to undo it after eating, we might advise, okay, this is what you are going to do. Probably you need to start exercising. You probably might not start on drugs immediately. Watch the food you eat and all that. So we advise based on that level because we are not confirmed that you have diabetes already. So you can still use lifestyle modification to monitor that, and we monitor you again, probably check in 2 weeks, and we go with that.
All right, now, I know that this is pre-diabetes, and we know there's diabetic and post, but now, let's talk about in environments like ours, where our staple food is a lot starch-based and carbohydrates, and of course, a lot of sugars come from this kind of foods. How can one not have it? I don't know. You get where I'm coming from now.
It's funny, and you know why I'm smiling? Because almost everybody believes when you eat sugary food and all that, that's when you have diabetes. And it's a misconception.
It's a misconception.
Yes.
All right, talk to us.
It can be from your protein, it can be from carbohydrates, it can be from any other. Because if you look at the conversion of this food, The bottom line is that all of them are still going to be converted one way to the other to sugar at the end of the day in your system.
What is with this sugar in this life?
So
even protein cells will still convert to sugar.
You need all of them. There's a particular percentage of sugar.
Oil.
All of them, there's a particular percentage.
Fish will still convert.
All of them, there's a particular percentage. You know, the thing is this: you need sugar to be able to function because that's where the energy comes from. You get so the energy comes from all those things. Everything gets converted to that level, and your blood pick it up, circulates around your system, used by the brain, used by the eyes, and all that. So you need sugar to function. So it's not just the sugary food. That's why some people say, how can I have diabetes because I don't drink Coke, I don't do this. But you eat. All these things eventually. So the problem is not just the consumption of the food. It's because of, is your body producing enough insulin, or is the insulin deficient and not effective to do what it's supposed to do? Which can be because of a lot of reasons. Probably the family history of diabetes in your family, or probably because of lifestyle that you have been living and all that. So those are the reasons to look into, not I don't take sugar. No, that's a misconception.
So now today you have cleared me on something now. So all my sucumbia fish and
but don't get it twisted.
I get where you're coming from now.
You know, when we want to do a diabetic diet, we are going to make sure that there's a lot of protein in it.
Okay.
But you reduce the carbohydrate content. But it doesn't mean you cannot eat all those things. But just proportion. There's a way the proportion are being kept.
The proportion is being kept. So, so let's get to the diabetic stage now. Let's say you've done that test and then they already you are in the diabetic stage. What happens next? What can you do? Okay. What should you do?
So one of the things, okay, we are getting to treatments.
Yes.
I don't want us to go into treatment today.
Okay,
because this diabetes week month.
All right. So
you know, November 14 is World Diabetes Day. So this whole month is going to, so we are going to get to treatment later.
Okay.
So let me run through the complication.
Okay, complications, let's go.
So
okay, let's
the
go
complication is one thing that we should know. I like to look at it from the head to toe when you want to talk about complication of these things because it affects virtually everywhere. So let's look at the head. You see a lot of people, they come in like coma, that my grandma has not been moving, she's not talking, she's smelling some kind of odor in the mouth. So they can have coma, we call it diabetic coma. And that can happen in two ways. Either the sugar level is too high or it is too low. If it is too high, we call it hyperglycemia. And that means the person has the sugar level and has not been monitored for a while. So they go into coma. They rush them into hospital. Some people think it's a stroke, but it's not really stroke per se, it's a coma. So, and some people, because they've been diagnosed as having diabetes in the past, probably they're on medication and they are taking so much of it, they now go into a level that the sugar level is too low. We call that one hypoglycemic coma. So those are two extremes. That's
too high or too low. It's not good. It has to be optimal.
Yes. Yes. So that's one of the complications. Another one that is very common in this environment has to do with the eyes, blindness. So a lot of people that you see that have cataract, glaucoma, or they cannot see again, it's because of diabetes. I know quite a lot of people that I don't want to take insulin, I don't want to take drugs and all. Before you know it, they've gone blind. They don't see anymore. So it is very, very common in this environment. So blindness is one of it. Deafness is part of it too. Dental issues is part of the problem too. Another very important one is heart issues. Heart issues is very common in people with diabetes because of what we call myocardial infarction and all that. When the blood level, when you have that, it's like a pipe. The piping system of the blood, there are now clots inside. It is not free to move. Just imagine a pipe that is like a conduit. It's not free. Bloods are not now moving the way it's supposed to move. No blood is not getting to the heart. Then you have what we call myocardial infarction. People can go into heart attack. Wow. And a whole lot of that.
Wow, wow, wow. This has been quite an enlightening one, an expose. There's so much to talk about this, but I know we'll pick up next week. We'll talk about treatment. And you said November 14th is World Diabetes Day and all of that. Okay, so we'll talk about this. Thank you so much, Doctor. This has been quite an enlightening one.
Thank
we'll
you.
Look forward to next week. All right. Okay, hope you're able to pick one or two things from there. It's not about your sugar doesn't have to be, it's not about only just high sugar, low sugar. It just has to be optimal. And it's not only EBA and pounded yam and fufu. No. You can eat fish and abacha also and still get diabetes. But the one we're going to give in the kitchen today is we're going to maintain it because, you know, it's not easy to borrow somebody money for car. You get it. Oh, God.
Well, hey, sorry about that, Mike. I was a bit, I was working.
Thank you.
Now, Chef Soka just did something here, and this little spice here, I don't exactly know what it is.
Ehuru.
Ehu.
Ehuru.
Ehuhu. Okay, so that's the ehuhu, but it's
Ehuru.
yeah, that what she said. But it's nutmeg.
Calabash nutmeg.
Calabash nutmeg. This is different from the nutmeg that we the regular nutmeg.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give you guys a status report. What's going on here? We have our fish all sliced up and everything, and we're gonna. You were pouring so much oil in there. I was wondering exactly why we were.
I'm going to deep fry it.
Oh, deep frying.
Yes.
Okay, and in there, what do we have going on?
One more.
Our kwamo is going on
boiling,
in there.
yes.
It's already spiced and all of that, so that's going to be ready very soon. I
Yes.
still don't know exactly what we'll be doing with this, but
We are going to be making the abacha sauce.
Am I going to be doing some pounding?
Yes. Well, it's
Okay.
not really pounding though.
Just to like
Yes.
mix it all together. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, all right. So what next? What next are we doing?
Okay, so the hot water is boiled and we need to wash the abacha.
All right, so we're going to be washing that in a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited because there's still so much that has not yet been
done. Yes.
done. So I'm hoping and wondering if we have the time frame to do that. 30 minutes, you said. All right, well, no wahala. What next? What are we doing?
Washing the abacha.
All right, so this is as much as we need for how many people? How much of this are we going to be using?
Everything. This would be enough for like 4, 5 people, depending on how heavy you eat.
Oh, wow, that is a lot, okay. And how do we wash it exactly? Do you want me to bring the kettle so you can give us a display?
Yes.
I'm going to get you the kettle with our hot water. There we go. Okay.
And the strainer.
And the strainer.
Bring both.
Is this called a strainer?
Yes.
I don't know my way around the kitchen. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But I'm learning. I'd like you guys to know because every single weekend when I get back home, I actually try to practice some of the things that we hear here inside our Wake Up Nigeria for the kitchen. Let me help take some of this away so we have some space. All right. So there's plenty happening right now. If you guys keep track, I'm sure that you will be able to put together your own very, very familiar meal for abacha with all the ingredients and all the processes that we are showing you. Tell you what, let's do a short break. By the time you get back, we'll actually have probably washed our abacha already, and our fish will be fried, and I'm sure our kwamo will also be well done. But do stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Trust me now, it's been a very fantastic show so far since the first hour started. And hey, we anticipate a lot more good stuff coming your way this next 45 minutes. Welcome back. It's the best show on Nigerian television. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, it is. And it's Tuesday, the most productive day of the week. And you never know.
I'm not going to say anything.
You might just be going about your day and meet someone like Mazino who could buy you a car. You never know. You could match the energy that we have here in the studio. Just make sure that you know you are made to thrive.
Oh, I'm
right,
going to have to
Mazino?
come up with something. It's all good. No wahala. But by the way, you guys have seen what's happening inside of the kitchen today. We're doing some abacha, some glorious abacha in there. And Chef Soka making sure that that one's going to come out tasting fantastic. And I'm glad that I'm a part of this one this time.
So am I, honestly, because, you know, the temptation to taste food whenever you're in the kitchen is so high.
Yeah.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
My name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv. And of course, you want to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. We'll be telling you exactly how you can use that in just about a bit for something else coming up here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Now, to watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world, just use our mobile app. You can download that from Google Play or iOS.
Yeah. And please follow us across all social media handles, platforms rather. The handles on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is at TVC Connect.
Yeah.
Now let's let them know what we have left.
We still have a parenting segment today. Femi Shofolue is a thoroughbred. He's passionate about teaching the youth. Now, he has more than a decade of hands-on teen and youth counseling experience. And today we're talking about parenting a difficult child.
And of course, we are still going to be having a second musical performance and, of course, an interesting conversation with Dupe Igekachi, singer-songwriter, vocal coach, music director, and choir trainer. She is the originator of Find Your Voice with Ige. Can't wait.
Oh, beautiful. You know, she's also been a judge on different reality shows for music as well. So it's great to have you again.
Two things I definitely cannot do. One of them is actually sing, while my profession is mostly about using my vocal abilities.
You don't have a bad singing voice.
I can't sing to save my life.
Are you sure?
It's
okay.
You want to try?
Just carry a note. Just carry a note.
Like, give me one. Give me one.
Father.
You started with the tough one. Mark, are you going to join in this?
Are you okay? You still your own dig hole for yourself. You want to put your leg aside.
Challenge that they were doing on the staircase and everybody trying to sing a carol tune.
Really? That carol singing?
This is it. All right, when I do it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know the challenge.
Hey, you just listen. Do this.
Benny,
do this.
put yourself out.
Whoa,
That's
caught in a bad romance.
That's Lady Gaga now.
Was that good?
Yeah, not bad. That's not terrible.
Your turn. Your turn.
Whoa. Running a bad romance.
It's time to take the weather. Weather is not doing this thing now.
Come on now.
You put hope for yourself. You should have a job. You not put hope for me.
You are an amazing singer, Mike.
Mike. I don't get how does it stand up and say you are an amazing singer? Why don't I go, my Titi, you are an amazing dancer. When you step here, the ballet you give. I've been here.
You're such a spoiled sport.
We have something very special coming your way very soon here again for TVC and for Wake Up Nigeria. And it's going to be called The Cookout, where you get to be a big part of the show. We know everybody always loves the kitchen experience here, so we're putting things together to actually include you guys. Now, I want to tell them what the cookout is about.
So this is different from the taste.
It's different from the taste.
Yes.
The taste that you're going to come in this week. So remember for that one, send in your pictures or send in your best moments from the kitchen, and this week you could be a part for that.
The cookout is actually a cookout. We're going to bring out cookers, we're going to bring out ingredients, and we're going to have loads of great prizes to win.
It's a competition.
It's going to be right here in the TVC compound. So if you have cooking skills, you need to show us some of those skills. Send in a video and use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. And we will be looking out for who has the most engagement. When I say engagement, I mean likes and comments. Get as many people to like it and comment as possible. And make sure you tag @TVC Connect.
Yeah, it's going to be like a weekend, so we're just going to have it outside. Yeah. We're just going to chill, have fun. You know, that kind of carnival atmosphere. Yeah, it's good. That's what's going to happen there. And we're going to have some judges also.
Yes, it's a competition.
We'll have some of our
so that means there'll be prizes to be won.
Indeed.
Very big prizes. Yeah, some celebrities also joining in on that one. So you will be a part of this. You get to meet them, greet them, and of course cook for them and be a part of the family.
Can't wait. It's time for a news update right now on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. In Zamfara State, 6 persons have been sent to an early grave, with several others abducted. That's after suspected gunmen, men suspected to be bandits, attacked Rujia village in Gusau local government area of the state. A resident of the village confirmed the attack to journalists yesterday. He said the bandits stormed the village on motorcycles on Sunday afternoon and began to shoot sporadically. According to the source, he was in another part of the village when he heard gunshots and screaming of villagers who were shouting for help. However, the Zamfara State Police Command is yet to issue any statement on the development. And in Borno State, the Nigerian troops have foiled an attempt by the Islamic State of West African province to attack a military convoy and seize a consignment meant for the ongoing counter-insurgency operations. The troops also killed terrorists in another attempt to abduct travelers. This attack took place along Damaturu-Maiduguri Road. TVC News gathered that the intelligence services had alerted troops on the plan by terrorists to stage the attack after intercepting their communications. A top military source confirmed that the convoy was heavily protected and reached its destination safely. According to the source, during the process of repelling the attack, one of the armored military tanks fell into a ditch and caught fire, causing technical faults. Outside Nigeria, Sudanese security forces have fired tear gas at protesters who were taking part in a pro-democracy demonstration in the capital, Khartoum. Teachers taking part in one protest were detained by the security forces overnight. Demonstrators set up barricade for the first of 2 days of a planned civil disobedience to protest against last month's coup. They're demanding the military government step back and allow a peaceful transition to civilian rule. The demonstrations are happening as Arab League mediators arrive in Khartoum for talks to try to defuse the crisis. The civilian Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok remains under house arrest and is facing pressure from the military to cooperate with them. The BBC's Andrew Harding reports from the capital. Last month, the coup leader, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, dissolved the civilian arm of government, sharing agreement, arrested civilian leaders, and, of course, declared a state of emergency. And that's all we have time for on the news as at right now. We're heading into the kitchen to find out what's cooking.
Well, you all know I like to get involved when I'm inside of the kitchen, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you very much, Chef Soka, for trusting in me. It's not like as if I can do anything. But what do we...
Massage it.
I know a lot about massaging. But tell us what we're doing right now, please.
You're mixing the ingredients into the abacha.
Okay.
So you're meant to massage it like a baby, pamper it.
Baby was not on my mind, but no problem. I will pamper this like as if it is...
You're trying to mix all the ingredients, so you have to...
Oh, trust me, by the end of this...
Not squeeze, massage.
Okay, massage.
Yes.
What is this? This is the abacha?
Yes.
Yeah, this abacha is going to love me when we're done.
Nope. It's made with love.
Okay, so I see that you're also... I was going to say chicken. I'm so used to chicken. Our fish is almost golden brown there.
Yes.
And
want it properly dry.
Okay. How long are we going for? What are we looking for? Special color?
No special color, just till it's dry.
Okay.
I prefer mine drier.
Okay, I would rather it dry myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take the juices from fish.
Yeah.
And Pomo is doing well?
Yes, it is.
All right. So you have the piston and motor out. What did you do in there?
Oh, I mixed the palm oil, seasoning cube, salt, pepper, and ogiri, and crayfish.
And that's what we put in here?
Yes, and that's what we mixed here, then put in here and mixed it with the abacha.
All right. So remember, we actually had to soak this in water and also wash it in water before, and that's why what you saw before was real hard, but now it's kind of like soft and everything, and massageable. I don't know why you're laughing. I only just said a word. Why is it tickling you? Our crayfish is still out there. What are we going to do with that eventually?
It's just going to be lightly pan-fried.
Pan-fried, okay.
And then garnished.
Okay, and it's going to come in here, yeah?
Yeah, when we plate it, it's going to be to garnish the abacha.
And the
akpaka, I'm about to mix this now.
In here?
No, separately.
Oh, okay. Separately?
Yes.
All right, so I think we're done. Can I shift this to one side?
Done with that.
All right. I can take these off now, can't I?
Yes, you can.
All right, grand.
You're done with it.
All right, so tell us what else, what next?
Okay, so I need to make the mixture for this.
All right. An extra, what's it called?
Different mixture.
Different mixture. What do you need?
Yes.
All righty. Don't worry, Chef Soka, I'm your sous chef for today. Anything else from this side of the kitchen?
No. That's what we need.
You were also cutting some leaves up.
Yeah, the utazi.
Utazi, where are they going?
On top of the abacha, as the garnish also, when I add the crayfish and the garden egg.
All right.
Okay, so let me finish cutting
So most of these are actually kind of like served fresh.
Yes.
So it's kind of like an African salad.
Yes, it is.
That's basically what it is. Okay.
Yes, it is. It's actually called African salad.
Okay, give you some space on there.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Such a gentleman.
Oh, she called me. Did you say that louder, please, so that they hear? Okay. All right. So let me check on our fish. Not that I know what's happening here, but I'm just going to try.
Yeah.
While we're doing that, let's do a break because there's nothing to see here. But do stay tuned. When we're done, you guys are going to be experiencing some very, very beautiful culinary experiences here from inside the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, now there's still quite a lot happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. You haven't missed too much. It's about time for us to talk parenting this morning. We have Femi Shofolue in the studio. He's a thoroughbred, passionate youth teacher, and he's someone with more than a decade hands-on experience with teens and youth counseling. It's all about parenting a difficult child this morning. And I have to say, first of all, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So is there actually such a thing as a difficult child?
Yes, there is a difficult child.
Okay.
But sometimes what we have is a difficult parent who want the child to take their position of understanding when they are the one that need to do the understanding. So, as if you say you have difficult children, you can also have difficult parents. But then how do you identify, in terms of the children, whether a child is just being a typical child or is being difficult? You see, children, in order for them to get us involved in whatever is happening in their life, they tend to throw tantrums. And that is what a child is supposed to do. Okay. That is how they get us involved in what is happening in their life. Okay. But then when a child is disobedient, as in outrightly disobedient, deviant to authority, we can call that a difficult child. Okay. And this sometimes can also be, let's say, for example, as a parent, if that child is always difficult and hard to deal with, when they see you, that is not a difficult child. That is a child that needs attention, your attention as a parent. Okay. So you don't categorize that as a child that needs special care. Okay. They just need attention. And sometimes when you have just one, it may be easy to manage. But when they become two, we begin to have something that can be termed sibling rivalry. Okay. And in that case, you need to learn how to manage time between the two of them. In fact, sometimes the one that is proven difficult, courtesy and just a little attention, every now and then, 10 seconds, is going to solve the problem. Okay. Oh, look at your beautiful clothes. You are glowing this morning. That attention is there. You feel important or she feel important, and you have solved that problem for that. Okay, so you're saying that essentially, most of the time, these children are not actually difficult. But if they're acting out, it's sort of like attention deficit that they're responding to. Let's look at it this way. There's really no difficult child. Okay. What they need is for you to understand them. Okay. But we parents, because we have to work, we have to do this, we have to do that, we don't have that time. And we want them to understand us instead. Look here, they have not been here for so long. I mean, some of them just 5 years, 6 years. What do they know? Well, here you are with all your understanding. You want them to take your own position of understanding. So you need to walk into the life of your children with the intent to understand whatever is going on in their life. Sometimes when the problem is persistent, I hate to go here, but it's a reality. They probably might have been violated by an adult somewhere that you have no knowledge of. And because this is not something they are used to, and they can't see it anywhere else, they just begin to misbehave. So you really need to walk into the life of your children with the intention of understanding what is going on in their life. But now, if the child is outrightly difficult to deal with, deviant to authority, disobedient to everyone, you need to stop giving them the chance to disobey you. Okay. How do we do that? For example, you tell a child to do something, and you tell them, make sure you do it at the count of 10. It's too much. In fact, at the count of 3, it will wait for you to count 3 before he or she goes to do that. Okay. If you ask them to do something, stand on your ground and get them to do it instantly. Okay. If there is a disciplinary action that will be meted out, let it be meted out instantly at the place of command if they don't do it. So by so doing, you are actually taking the power away from them and having it as a parent. If you allow a child to have power, they abuse it. Now, we talked yesterday on the show about one performing artist, Simi, who talked about essentially sparing the rod. You know, when we enter the area of discipline, a lot of people were disciplined in different ways when they were growing up. And they make that decision to also show what worked for them. Essentially, you know, with beating, flogging, with some serious punishments, we're talking now. Where does that come into play with difficult children? Do you believe actually flogging or beating children actually stops them from being difficult? The question I'm going to ask is, what is the purpose of disciplining them? Okay. You want them to behave. But some parents, when they are disciplining their child, they are disciplining them because they are hungry, not because they want the child to obey them anymore. Okay. It's just because they are hungry. And when you beat a child because you are hungry, you are actually creating a major problem. You are creating a child that will malfunction in life eventually. It is not wrong to discipline a child, but when you discipline in love with the intention to correct. Discipline and disciple, they are two, words that come from the same root. Discipline is actually engaging people into your life with the intention to make them grow and become better. But if your discipline is not doing that, if it is damaging them, damaging their moral, damaging their confidence, then you are actually doing them and yourself a disservice. You are going to start correctional parenting instead of parenting for the rest of your life. That is what is going to begin if you start disciplining a child because you are hungry rather than trying to get them corrected.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to us again this week. I know that we started with love languages last week, and now we're moving on with parenting difficult children. So in the end, yes, if you are a parent and you believe your child is difficult, you might want to look inwards to see if you are a difficult parent as well. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC with your comments and contributions at TVC Connect. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
She's here. She needs no introduction. You heard all of that. What more can I say? Mazino told me he's about to sing this intro.
No. That was a fantastic one. Welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
I had chills, Mike.
Yes,
chills as in for real.
I did. I also did.
I've heard that song a million times, but this time I heard it totally differently and in person. You know, it's fantastic.
Let me ask something. Does one get better as a singer as they get older?
They should, but because they don't usually take care of their voices, you tend to hear that the quality drops a bit. But you should be able to get better
for instance,
with training.
like if you're playing football, when age comes in, so does anything happen to your vocal cords?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But you don't seem like it has affected you.
Because I know what to do to my voice for it to still be as good as it was or as it should be. I'm a vocal coach, so your voice is made up of muscles. So if you can train your muscles, you can train your voice to still be, in tip-top shape.
So let's get to it. What do you do to the voice? What are those training, the muscle training for the voice?
Okay, so basically what I tell my students is that your vocal machine is made up of 4 parts, right? It's your generator, which is your breathing capacity, your lungs, your diaphragm, your resonators, right? The things that make your voice sound bigger,
larger,
right? Yes. Yeah. So your pharynx, your oral cavity, your nasal cavity, your vibrator, that's your larynx itself with your vocal folds in it, what vibrates, to create the sound, and then your articulators. So there are different exercises for those different parts of the voice, So, of course, you have breathing exercises, stuff like swimming, holding your breath, counting 10, breathing out slowly, hissing, anything that just wakes up your diaphragm and your lungs, right?
Very interesting, because it's exactly the same thing I tell my students. I tell them to do these exercises.
Yeah.
One of those exercises is to hum.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm a voice artist. I can't sing to save my life. Can you show me the way? Can you teach me? Is there salvation for me?
So the truth of the matter is that you already have a notch higher than everyone else because you know how to use your voice.
Okay.
Right? And I always tell people that if you can talk, you can sing. I know most people don't believe that, but the truth is if you can talk, you can sing. You might not be able to sing to win the Grammys or, whatever competition. But yeah, you want to hum your tune. You want to be able to sing along with your favorite artist. Yes, you can. So yes, the answer is yes. There is salvation.
There is salvation.
Yes. So you can actually learn how to work those muscles. Your vocal machine is made up of muscles.
Yeah.
Muscles.
And if you can train to be a footballer. Okay. Yeah, so there's another thing of, is it talent or is it training? In fact, I'm actually doing a research.
Is it talent? Is it training? Is it vocoders?
So, very funny. So, it's a combination of both. You realize that there are people who are given more to something than others. For instance,
definitely.
I'm not given to football. Yeah? But if I were trained at an early age, if I were trained on football, the rules and everything, yes, I'll be able to play football. I might not be able to be in the team, the national team, but I'll be able to play football. Same thing with singing. So, yes, there are people who are born with the gifts. You can hear the voice and say, oh, wow, fantastic voice. but you shouldn't leave it there. You should add training to it. So it's both inborn talent and training. So if you don't think you have inborn talent, don't worry, you're not out of luck. You can train.
Do you have a, is there like a, what are your preferences? And I'm asking this because you do live performances. Is it different from people who are in studios, for instance? Do you think that their abilities depreciate because they have reliance on all of these technical things and all of that?
I love live. I love live. I'm a trained classical singer. So
obviously.
Beautiful
voice.
We are taught how to throw our voices without relying so much on microphones or anything. But I don't want to kick studio singers. There is a genre, a style for studio singing, which is beautiful. You can decide not to be a live singer. Do you understand? But whatever you choose, you have to take care of your instrument because you're still going to breathe. You're still going to articulate. You're still going to depend on your posture. All of those things are very important.
You obviously are a coach because if we let you, you're going to keep going. It's like an entire class we're having here today.
So, and how much of that class is in this?
Yeah.
So this is my book, Ground Rules for Singing. So they're just rules, the basic rules that you should have. But after going through the rules, you will have a good idea of what you should have as a singer. You know?
Now, coming off your days on Project Fame, it was wonderful and all of that. You've done all of that. This has gone on for so long. Moving forward, you have this book out now. Yes. What's on the line? What should people look out for when we think of you and singing? What should we look out for?
Well, quite a lot of things. Right now, I'm not running. My husband and I are running a music school called Mavericks Music Academy. Right?
Husband is a singer or something?
Oh, he just puts in the money. I understand.
Yeah. He'll tell you that he taught me everything that I know.
Yes,
so
you have to agree.
Yes, definitely. Everything that I know. So, but he's a media consultant. He studied theater arts, so that's a good synergy for me and him. And we run this. We're passionate teachers. We love to teach, and so we run this music school for children and also for adults. So yes, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Half price, please.
Don't worry, we'll talk afterwards. And I also run my voice training outfit called Find Your Voice with Ige, which started off as one-on-one classes, but now it has morphed into seminars, into workshops and all of that, which is where the book was born from. So, and then I'm also the music director and vocal coach for a theater show called Mamma Mia. So it came out 2 years ago. It's happening again.
Is that the same Mamma Mia like we know from the international Mamma Mia?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
So that goes with acting as well.
Oh, yes.
So you have to also, I believe it's all one and the same because it is acting.
Definitely. It is acting. When you're singing, you're acting out the lines. You're using your voice to tell a story, which is basically what you're doing with your body when you're acting.
Yeah.
So yes, it is.
Wow, you are such a very interesting personality. So many different facets to you. And my goodness, look at that picture on that book. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Mike, don't you agree?
But this, it is.
Yeah, show it to them.
But this is available. I mean, people can access this.
Yes.
Where can we get this?
So right now I'm doing self-sales. So you'd have to get onto Instagram, my Instagram, to make a request or get my website, www.igesings.com.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're looking out for distributors too. So if there's anyone interested in distributing the books, we're very happy.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
One day I can be a coach like you.
No, you have to be a singer first.
You mentioned football. It's not every coach that coaches football that can play football.
You're right.
You understand?
Yes.
If I know what to listen
but the point is, I actually do believe that for you to be a coach, it's good for you to have some kind of technical skill so that the students don't look down on you and say, "Oh yeah, Oga, come and do now."
They should tell Marino to come and kick the ball now. You don't know how it is.
How are you feeling? Are you exhausted from that performance? Because I'd like to feed you.
No.
Come on over. Come here.
No.
Let's, Micah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm not joining that.
Oh,
I'm joining that.
No, Mike, don't go. Let me join her.
Can
please.
I sit? Do I have to sit? Can I stand?
For you, go ahead.
Okay.
Almost.
Yeah. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go.
I got it.
All right.
I had to fight to be here, so make it worth my while.
Worth it. Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us exactly what we've made, you and I.
Okay. We made abacha with, it's paired with Titus fish and bomo in akpaka sauce, and garnished with utazi leaf, crayfish, and garden egg.
Honestly.
This is not how they serve it
healthy.
when I'm at home.
Honestly, you need to have a taste now. Have a taste.
Go ahead.
And tell us what you think.
She sang us in.
All right.
This is the akpaka, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a bit of it. Oh my God. My taste buds just came
Exploded,
alive.
huh? Yes. All your taste bud is exploding. Let me be going with this one.
You like it?
Hope you don't mind.
Thank you.
Because your reaction is it's 100.
Did you really just take that plate?
Yeah, I worked so hard.
Wow.
I fought to be here.
What's going on?
Thank you.
Fantastic.
You like it?
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Well, thank you very much, Soka. Thank you very much, Chef Soka. Fantastic
Thank
what
you
we're
for
looking at,
having me.
and I know it's going to taste fantastic. Mike, too bad you are not going to be having any of it.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad. It's
But
not bad.
he
Just
has
have a
always
word
had-
of wisdom for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it.
You see, when you work for money and somebody borrow it and buy car, and then you work also in the kitchen for abacha, and somebody else come and sing and eat the food.
Please, Mike, say your goodbyes.
It's the same thing.
Say your goodbye, Mike. We're done with you. We're done with you. It's all good. It's been a fantastic show here today for a Tuesday edition. Fantastic guest, fantastic chef, and also fantastic voice there today.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
indeed.
So we have to say our goodbyes for this edition, but join us again tomorrow when it's Women Crush. What?
Wow, Wonder Woman Wednesday.
What she said.
And the women run the world. Don't care what they say.
All right, guys.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye. Your review is next.